Hey, and welcome to Home Reviews. In today's video, we're looking at the Nautilus CC pool cleaner by Maytronics. Now, they have several versions of these. I'll put the links to the different ones below this video if you want to go there and check them out. But this thing is made to clean any type of an in-ground pool. So if you look at my pool over here, it can be difficult to clean because of the angles and how the walls are made. But this Nautilus pool cleaner is supposed to be able to climb up the sides of the walls and any angles or anything like that. So I'm excited to check it out and to see if it is going to grab all that stuff down there that's been gathering in our pool for the past couple days. One thing I'm not used to that this pool cleaner does have is it has a wire or a hose or something connected to it that's supposed to give you the ability to do a lot more things, such as schedule cleanings and to constantly keep power to it so you don't have to recharge it. So there are some benefits to it if you don't mind having the attachment, and that's one thing we're going to be checking out in this video. So let's go ahead and get it unboxed and see what it looks like. Everything is out of the box, and look at this beast. This thing looks like it could be enlisted. So first of all, what I like about this is it has tracks on it, and it's made out of rubber, like a hard rubber. So it's not going to damage or wear or hurt the lining in your pool if you have a lining. It has a scrubber on the front, and look at all these little bristles. So it does more than just suction up what's on the floor. This thing rotates and actually cleans the floor. At least it's supposed to. We're going to find out. And then you got your hose here that you're going to connect to your box, and this is what's going to control it. And you can even set scheduling on here for it to run every day, every other day, or even let it clean like 3 times a week. What I don't know is what most of these options are for here. So I believe this here is for setting the timers, the 3 different options on the timer for running every day, every other day, or 3 times a day. I don't yet know what this is for or this is for. And up here you can even see it has a Bluetooth and a Wi-Fi signal. So I don't know if maybe there's an app for it also that I can download and use to control it. Hopefully I'll find that out sooner or later. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get this set up. All I have to do is take this hose, the end of it, it's going to connect here in the side. I'm going to plug this up to an outlet, and then we're going to move all this stuff over by my pool, drop it in, and see how it does on cleaning. Okay, I got it all set up over there. Now, one thing I will mention is that when I hooked it up, when I plugged it up, I didn't press no buttons or anything. The pool cleaner started moving forward, and I was like, oh no, it's going to jump in the pool by itself, but it didn't. I caught it right in time before it did, and I powered it back off, so I'm not sure why it did that for. But regarding the power supply box, you can see here that it shows you an image, but it only tells you about the on-off button and the weekly timer. So I'm not sure maybe with this version if that's the only features that works with this, but you can see here with 1, 2, and 3 clicks what it does by setting those timers. Now if we come over here and look at this, I want to show you inside of it too. So if you lift up on the handle, this is where your basket's at. And it has a nice sized basket, so this thing can do some heavy duty cleaning. It can clean for a while, well, depending on, I guess, what's in your pool before you need to take it out. But they do recommend in the manual that you should take it out every so often, obviously, to clean it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and drop this in the pool, and then once it gets to the bottom, we're going to come over here and hit that start button and see what it does. Okay, it's at the bottom of the pool. Let's go ahead and make sure this doesn't get tangled up as it's dragging it out there. And we're going to come over to this power button. And let's see what happens. You can see the brush starts spinning. Let's check that out. It's going to come right up to us, hopefully. Okay, I'm hoping it's going to do more than that on cleaning the walls, because it does says that it climbs the walls, and I know the other versions of the Nautilus has better reviews on climbing the walls and cleaning them. So we'll just wait and see what happens here. And you can see there, that's the second time that it's tried to go up the wall, and it just barely climbs up it and then it stops. So I'm not sure that I would say that this thing actually cleans the walls of a pool, unless they're angled like this. But if they're straight up and down, it's not looking like it's going to do too good of a job at it. And it's getting stuck every time it runs over my filter too. So unfortunately, this one is not looking too promising at the moment. It's been in the pool less than 5 minutes, and I'm already seeing it's not climbing walls, and it's hung up on my filter down there, which can definitely cause problems if you just let it go. It's not even going to run. So I'll give it just another minute here to see if it can get out. If it can't, I'm just going to... Okay, there it goes. And once again, you can see how those brushes pick up. And let's see what it does here. And it's floating back down. Now at this angle, it looks like it's working really good. You can see it staying on the floor, the roller's turning, and it's cleaning. Now I think this thing said that it'll run for 3 hours before it stops. So I'm just going to let this thing go. I'm going to record periodically as I come out here and check on it, and hopefully we'll see it as it's cleaning up the mess over there and see what it does, and maybe we'll see it climb up some walls too. But it stopped right here. Let's go ahead and untangle this a little more. Now I made another video you guys may want to check out a few days ago on a pool cleaner by Aper, and it did very well cleaning my pool. By cleaning the walls, it climbed clear to the top about as far as it could go, and it's going to go right over top that filter again. And I'll put the link under this video if you want to check that out, because it's a similar price. I think it might be just a little bit higher, but it's also cordless, and so you won't have this long cord here hanging around and being thrown all over your pool, probably getting twisted up. But I don't know, so far I'm just not impressed with this at all. And it's only climbing about halfway up that part of the pool, and it's just at an angle. It's not even straight up and down. So it looks to me like if you have an above ground pool, or if you do have an in-ground pool and it's flat, and if you need to clean the floors, then this would probably be ideal with it. And there it's climbing up the wall. And it actually climbed about all the way to the top that time. And it didn't make it that time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just let this go now, and we're going to see what it looks like here in a little bit longer. I'll come back out here. And hopefully it's going to get at least everything that's on the bottom of the pool, because it doesn't look like it's going to do very well on the sides. We'll check it one more time, see if it's going to make it. And it did. But as soon as it got to the top, it stopped. The brushes quit spinning, and unfortunately, that's usually where the dirtiest part of the pool is up there at the top. Alright guys, we'll be back in a few minutes to check on it. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this back in. It's been a little over an hour, and you can see it actually did well, other than those floating tags there that came off something, you can see that it did a very good job on cleaning the bottom of my pool. Everything that I saw down there earlier is gone, but I've still been seeing the same thing though with it climbing the walls, is that it does not want to climb them. And if it does climb them, it goes barely to the top of it. And you can see right now it's trying to go up my steps, which it did make it up the first one. That was kind of impressive. But almost every time that it climbs the wall, as soon as it gets to the top, if it gets to the top, it just like almost shuts off and falls back down. So overall, if you have a pool like this that's angled, even though it says it climbs walls, I wouldn't recommend getting this. I just haven't seen it, but as for cleaning the bottom of the pool, it looks like it did an amazing job of doing that. Okay, we got it out of the pool. Let's check it and see what it cleaned up. And you can see it got everything that was on the bottom of the pool. All that nasty junk in there. So, you know, I guess if you're just concerned about the bottom of your pool, then this may be a great investment for you to pick up one of these. It's one of the more affordable ones. Personally, for myself, I like for it to climb the walls to keep them clean, because that's where a lot of algae buildup comes from, especially at the edge line. And I also do not like the cable. I don't like having to mess with a place to plug in the electric line, especially near a pool. I don't like the idea of having a whole nother hose connected and just dragging and running all over the place. But I still prefer my Aper Seagull Pro. This thing is amazing. It goes all over the pool, up and down the walls, cleans them great. I got a whole video on this one also on my channel. If you guys want to check it out, I'll also put the link below the video for it if you want to compare it with the Nautilus. So that's it for this video. Have a great day, guys.